Hello, hello, Facebook world, and everybody here. So for today, we're going to do, again, a little deeper into the 6 healing sounds. So everybody's got it mentally, so now we can do more repetition and then have more of an experience, more of an emotional toxic release. You feel that bliss, feel that yumminess, okay? So let's do it together. Let's do a few little warm-ups to get the body prepared. We won't do too long, maybe 5-10 minutes, and then we'll do a longer version of the 6 healing sounds. So let's just start off with neck rolls. Wrist behind your back, grab your wrists, look at the earth. Inhaling in any direction, lifting up through the nostrils with the breath. Exhaling out through the mouth. Fresh prana, inhaling, exhaling stagnation. Inhaling, exhaling the CO2. Inhaling, start to alkalize. Exhaling out through the mouth. And one more. As you exhale coming down, pause. Inhaling opposite direction, lifting up with the breath. And one more. Inhaling, lifting your head straight up. Exhale, relax. Shoulder rolls now. Get them circular. And then reverse them. Back. Nice. Arms out. And when you feel comfortable, allow them to hinge at the shoulder. Golden chicken, take flight. Yeah, smiles are included. Reverse. Remember to breathe. If you're holding your breath, you're thinking too much. Nice. Hands on waist for hip rotations. Big circles. And then reverse. Nice. Little wide stance. We're going to start swinging from left to right. See if you can go over your shoulder, hit the gallbladder point if you can, behind your lower back for the kidneys. From left to right, from 9 o'clock to 3 o'clock, twisting at the waist, squeezing your internal organs. And then below the clavicle, the lung point, right below the collarbone. Open palm below the left and right rib cage for the spleen and liver. And then slow it down little by little. Nice. Let's put our feet together for knee rotations. Palms on knees for support. And then reverse, opposite direction. Nice. And then we're going to tap the bottom of our left foot 9 times and the right foot 9 times. Ready? 1. 9, right? 1. 9. Let's do Buddha splashes face, palms together. Palms face towards you. Back of the hands to the wrist. Squeeze as you come down. You're squeezing the lip. On Up, down, up, down. Inhaling up, splashing face. Exhaling, squeezing down. So it starts to lubricate the joints, opening the gates, the wrists, elbows, shoulders, and lymph. You got to inhale, inhale. Exhale. Out through the mouth, remember. In through the nostrils, out through the mouth. Start pumping yourself full of good chi, fresh prana, mana, life force. And one more. Back to prayer. This time reverse. Out. Up the midline. Diving deep out. Squeeze the back of your wrists to your hands, back of your palms. Coming up. And one more. Nice. Good job. Let's see. Let's do a little spine one. We're going to open up the front and back channels. So this one looks like this. Feet are a little closer together. Right here, you arch back, inhale through the nostrils, open it up to the heavens. Exhale, rolling the spine, dropping the neck to the knees. Come back up, and then you pick up the speed. Drop that neck, or the energy gets stuck. And then let's do several fast or double the speed if you can. And then back to normal speed. If you feel dizzy, slow down or stop. Arching back as you inhale. Exhale, rolling the spine, let all the air out. 3 more. Last one. And as you come up, inhaling, dropping your arms slowly back, holding the ball. Pause, close your eyes, go within, and allow the energy to circulate through your body. Happy, relaxed, slight smile on your face. Tongue in the roof of the mouth, behind the front of the teeth. Grasp the earth with your toes to energetically connect to the earth. As you go in as deep as you like to root, to feel safe, connected, and nurtured by the mana. And on the next inhale, as you exhale, slowly open your eyes, relax. We're going to do 2 more movements, then we'll get into Qigong. Let's do tapping. This is a wide stance. Inhaling. Exhale, tap as low as you can. Come it up, stand up, bend your knees, lower back. Side of the hips, side of the legs. Inside the ankles, inside the legs. Then stomach. Lower back soft. You can do open palms as well. That way you don't hurt your bones. Inside the thighs. Then lymph. Lymph. And then stomach. So it's a little cool out. We'll do 2 more. One more, hit a little harder and a little longer in each spot. Really open those meridian lines open. Let's smooth it out. 3 times, coming down behind your legs, inside your thighs, off your pelvis. So we did the lower 6 major meridian lines. Now we're going to do the upper 6, the arms. So left arm out. Tapping on top of your fingers. Start with your fingers, top of your hand, your arm to your shoulder. Turn your arm over, come down. Other side, same thing. Fingers, arm, shoulder, turn it over, down. Coming up, coming down. Keep breathing, don't hold your breath. I feel you guys thinking too much. It's easy. Just smile and enjoy. Qigong loves smiles because it makes the energy open and flow. If you're all serious, it gets stuck. That's why goofy humor is always good. Okay, we're going to finish on our right arm. So one more round. Do one more round on your left. And then your right. We're going to smooth it out the same way we did the legs. Coming up, turn it over, down, fast. Other side, same thing. The last movement, shaking. Wake and shake. The wake and bake days are gone. We shake it and wake it. Wake the snake. Woo! I got a little thorn stuck in my foot. Shake it. Let's shake it. Shake it. Shake it. Shake it. Shake it, guys. Shake it. Get your shake on. That's so funny. And then start to slow it down little by little because the heart rate's up. Don't stop. Little by little. Okay, so let's get into the bone, ligaments, tendons, muscles, and the marrow. Pump some more white blood cells, more immune system stuff. So this one looks like, I don't know if you guys can see, let me turn down the camera a little bit. The feet. So get on your tiptoes and land really hard on your heels, ragdoll, let it all go. And the other part is the breath from the gut. That's part of the purge, part of the release. You can feel all the top of your head. Allow your bones to hit hard. Keep going. Go at your own pace. What feels natural. Get the big breath in as you lift up from your toes, and then exhale. From the hara, from the gut. 3 more. Last one. And then we shake for 30 seconds. Shake it out. Get creative. Find a new shake. Create a new neural pathway. Get the connections going. Plasticity. Keep youthful. Anti-aging. Use it or lose it. Shake it, baby. Shake it. Trampoline style, rave style, Hare Krishna style. That's it. It's all about having fun. Look at these girls. Woo! Shake it, shake it, shake it. Whatever's left in you, shake it out. And then we slow it down little by little. Woo! And then we take a moment here. We get some water. Get your hot tea, and then we're going to begin.
distance, you think?
What's that?
Looking like, is this a safe distance?
I don't know.
I think we're doing good.
Okay, guys, you ready?
Yeah.
So let's just get some composure, some groundedness, settle in, and how that's done is one hand on your upper lung. I like doing my right, and my left hand on my lower belly. Your first frame, your intuition. And just rub them a little bit, say hello. And the idea here is to close your eyes, the internal journey of the self, discovering your breath. Just notice how you're breathing. Maybe after this exercise you're still kind of panting a little bit. Maybe you're breathing shallow, quick, in the lungs, top part of the lobe, middle or lower. Are you going a little bit in the belly or a lot in the belly? Just notice where it's going, how you're breathing. That determines the future of your life. The breath of life. Let the breath breathe you. So the hands are there to show you as a guide how you're breathing. So you can feel the sensations of, as you breathe in, where it's lifting from or collapsing as you exhale. So the whole idea of this is to breathe only through your nostrils and out through your nostrils. As you inhale, you want to try to bring the breath into the belly. Allow the belly to expand. So your hand on your belly, you can feel your belly expand. If you're having a hard time, just take a little more intention because it's just a block or it's foreign. Because a lot of people stop at a certain time in their life from different traumas or fears or shocks, not to feel safe. So they go in the mind, and the mind feels like it's going to support and control their life, but really it doesn't. So if you can bring the breath in your belly, activate your intuition, you come from knowing and action rather than fear and reaction and create more trauma. You know? So get the breath in the belly, activate, enliven. And you can do a full body breath, which is belly first, lower lobe, middle, and upper lung. Or you could just do belly. I like doing belly. Sometimes I do a whole breath just to clear out the lungs. So just try a couple of different ways. You guys try the same thing. Breathe in and out through the belly, and then try the belly first, and the lower part of the lungs, the middle, and the upper. So you have a full body breath. And just drop in, close your eyes, and feel. Get connected to yourself. The relationship that you really never had at the depth that you could have. The personal relationship with self. And I'm not talking just about the little self, the body. That's the gateway, that's the door opening to the big self. So the feminine guides us if we listen. He's been telling us all along how life is. So soften, smile, have a slight smile on your face, not huge, just slight, because it opens up the pathway, allowing the chi inside you to lift and expand. As you smile, you'll notice it's like an internal fountain. It's flowing. And it can be orgasmic as well, and joyful. So allow the breath of life to move through you. And for a moment, grasp the earth with your toes. Open up the kidney 1 channel where the chi from the earth comes in. It's a yin energy point for calming. And pulling up the chi from the earth to support you, ground you, make you feel safe, connected. You start to come in your body more, start to relax, starts to feel safe. The master's home. When the master goes, the servants wreak havoc. And it's a disarray of just all kinds of trauma, drama, stuff we don't really need to keep experiencing, the looping cycle. And that's where we're going to segue into the 6 healing sounds to alleviate the negative, toxic emotion that loops in the consciousness, because the organ is trapped with that particular vibration that the ancients figured out thousands of years ago. in TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, how each organ is related to a season, to an element, to an emotion, a negative one, and to a positive one. So that's what we're going to do. So on your next inhale, as you exhale, just slowly open the eyes, arms drop to the side, feeling the calmness, the peacefulness. I mean, this is, you could just do this and just ground in. That's it's basically a Neigong. It's an internal Qigong. It's a non-movement, but it's an internal movement, but a non-physical movement necessarily. I mean, there's some Neigongs that you do move a little bit, but this particular one can be an internalized embodiment practice. Be here now. All right, guys. Let's go into the season of spring, which is the liver. It's going to be opposite in the video, but this is my right side. So find your right rib cage, the last rib. Put your fingers, both fingertips underneath the rib. There's the rib cage. And then you just kind of rub it and saying hello. Kind of knocking on the door, getting it prepared, getting ready. And then the liver comes up a few ribs up underneath. It's protected by the rib cage. So you can put one hand on top of the ribs and one part on the ribs and below the ribs. I do that sometimes, where I do both hands on top of each other. So you can do on top of each other, or one above the ribs and one below a little bit. So the element is wood. It's green in color, because that's what we're going to visualize. So there's an energy of a physical movement and a vibrational sound to break up the adhesions, to break up the stuck energy, the stagnation out. Tonify it with intention, color, and breath. And so we acknowledge that and start to tonify, build the chi of that organ, strengthen it. Strengthen the good positive energy around it. And that's what we're going to do with all the organs, okay? So the physical movement looks like this, and then we'll do it together. And I'll add the sound. First, the physical movement looks like this. You look up and stretch to the left. So when you stretch to the left, it's stretching on the liver. So all these movements put compression or stretch. So it's compressing somehow like a dirty sponge. It's giving pressure to release the stuck energy, okay? The negative motion. And then after it's rinsed out, then we tonify it with the good chi, the good vibrational green energy, okay? So what we're going to transform is unkindness, frustration, resentment. I mean, who hasn't had that feeling? Who hasn't been like hurt around that and had resentment, even towards self? So we're going to release known and unknown times in your life that you've had resentment, anger, and frustration. And it's just, we're putting in the intention consciousness and allow your higher self to do the work. We're putting an order in, okay? I think my head's getting chopped off a little bit. There we go. So, and the sound is S-H-H-H-H. And all these releases that when we do in the organs, the eyes stay open. Because the eyes release chi. And then when we tonify, the eyes are closed and you're looking down at each organ, physically, intentionally, smiling with the physical smile, rocking back and forth. And I'll remind everybody, there's a lot of moving parts. And then we tonify it with this vibrational, translucent, bright green energy, and it's going to same high vibrational frequency for every color, for every organ, okay? So as you release, coming up, your eyes are open, you're letting go of the resentment, anger, frustration. And then you come down, inhaling, tonifying it with this bright green translucent energy, smiling down into your liver, rocking slightly left to right. So we're breaking up the neural pathway of the looping cycle of the crazy mind, and then we're enhancing it through new neural pathways, creating new positive traits in our psyche, in our emotional body. So we break the looping cycle, the negative, destructive, and then we're going to do a positive, constructive input. Okay?
Chris, your eyes stay open when you're doing this as well?
No, your eyes are closed because you're tonifying. Thank you. So eyes are open when you're releasing the bullshit. and then you're tonifying, building positive vibrational chi in each organ. Okay? It's starting to get a little warm. Okay, let's begin. Okay, so clasp the fingers together. I'll show you guys this way first and then I'll turn around. Inhaling. Big breath, stretch to the left, looking up. So you can't do it anymore. And as your arms come down, inhaling, lifting up fresh prana, chi, mana, life force into the liver. Imbuing it, infusing it with this high vibrational green frequency of kindness. And the yawns, burps, shakes, heats, thought forms, visions, that's all part of the release. That's a good sign that you're releasing. And the less mental you get about this, the more deeper you go and release. And the more you can allow your breath to go further than you think and just relax into it. There's more breath, there's more of a pocket on the out breath of each exercise. And you'll be amazed how much more breath you have and how deeper the release will go. And again, just hands by the side. And we lift up, inhaling up. Exhale. Smiling into your liver, giving thanks for all the functions that it does 24/7. Even while you sleep, they work overtime for you. And we need each one to help one another. It's a community within. It's a relationship. It's a family. And we're going to connect all the dots. We're going to connect all the siblings together. And again, dropping the hands to the side. Get ready. You can let your breath out. And then inhale up. Full body breath. Exhale. Imbuing it with kindness. And again, and overall, the overall theme of all these organs, there's the direct energy of the negative emotion and the positive emotion, but the overall theme is self-love. Because you're self-caring, which is a step to self-love. When we start to self-care, do little things, even how we measure it, doesn't matter, it's part of self-love, okay? And that's what we're doing. We're having a connection with the organs that we just take for granted, we don't think about, we're dissociated, right? And we're just ahead, just feeding it, we're hungry, oh, and then, oh, our heart, oh, this or that. But when you have a relationship, they start to talk to you and tell you, no, I don't want that, or that's enough, or I want that. You know, like little children, so you get to have a relationship, and they'll start talking to you. But we got to move the gunk out so you can hear the transmission. Okay, let's do one more. Give it all your all. Resentment, anger, frustration. Let that shit go and bring all the self-kindness and the kindness for others, kindness to everything. Okay? Inhaling up. Keep going, there's more breath in you. Exhale, exhale, if you can. Looking down, smiling in, giving thanks for all the functions that it does. And now you're seeing your liver finally smiling back at you in gratitude, supporting it, helping it. Because the body never forgets what the mind's forgotten. The body stores the memory. And allowing yourself to release however you have permission to release however you want to release. And then we smooth it out, giving thanks, saying thank you, thank you, thank you. And some of these exercises, you might have a deeper release. You might feel spacey or dizzy or high. That's a release too. Sometimes I get visions. Good stuff. Okay, so who knows the next season? Come on, my older students, step in here. Come on. What's that? So we got wood. What feeds wood? What does wood feed?
Fire.
Excellent, excellent. So we're going into the fire element, which is the heart. It's red. And we're going to remove as much as your body and your consciousness, your nervous system will allow for all of them. Anytime you've had hatred, self-hatred, jealousy, a broken heart, a breakup, fucking hurts, right? Just pull that knife out, right? So then we're going to transform that negative emotion into joy, peace, happiness, love, more love. We can never get enough love, right? We can get it necessarily from our parents. For most of us, like to find one that actually did and meet that person. So we're going to imbue it in self-love and self-care ourselves, where we're empty, looking externally for things to fill us, to fill that void from another person or another thing, right? Let's fill it ourselves. Let's fill that gap. Okay, so the physical movement's the same as the liver, but opposite directions. So instead of going this way as the liver, we're going to go this way, putting the stretch on the heart, right? On the left side. So we go to the right. Looking up, eyes always open, and the words, it's already working before you even get it. So when you do this after a while, your body already responds. If you do this a couple times with me, or watch it back on the video, your body will go into the knowing and start to yawn and release before you even do the exercise. It has its own intelligence. So the letters are H-W, H-A-W-W-W, but it's never an actual tone. It's a breathy, like ujjayi breath. Okay, guys? You guys ready? Transmute this stuff into this beautiful stuff. Translucent red energy. Let's begin. Clasp the fingers together. I'll do it this way so you can see. Inhaling up. Relax into the out breath at the end, because there's more breath that will come out if you notice. And then hold your heart, sending love, joy, peace, happiness, smiling into your heart, giving thanks for all what it does. And rockabye baby, left to right, cuddling, coddling, loving, self-love. You're a baby, you're a big baby. So just rock back and forth, smiling in, giving thanks. And again, dropping the hands to the side. Let your air out. Inhaling up. Yes, yawns are included. Burps are included. Sweating, tingling, vibration, visions, dizziness, spaciness. It's all part of the release. It's all okay. You're safe. Known or unknown, just the intention to allow the space to release and then imbue it with this bright red, translucent energy, peace, happiness, and love. And again, hands to the side. Let's do one more. And when you get your stretch, find your stretch. It's not straight up. It's more to the side, because you can really, if you tweak your body, you can feel the difference. If you do it this way, it's not much of a stretch, but when you do it that way, I can feel more of a stretch. You guys got that? Instead of this in front, you really go to the side and back a little bit. So side and back a little bit. Okay, let's really get in there and dig that out. Clean it. It's the shamanic colonic way. Just blow it out. Okay, guys, ready?
That's a visual.
Yeah.
We're all visual.
All right, let's do this one. See, it's already bringing happiness, joy, laughter. That's what we're after. We're after laughter, right? Part of the ah meditation. Aloha opens up the heart. Ah. Okay, let's do it. Okay, exactly. Okay, inhaling up. Exhale. And giving thanks for all the functions it does for you 24/7. And smooth out your heart, thanking it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sometimes I like to say it out loud, sometimes internally, whatever works for you, but acknowledge. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, who knows the next season? So after you have a burn, after you have a burn, what's left after the house burns down? Ashes. And what's ashes? It's related to the earth. So we're going to go into the belly and the spleen on the left side of the rib cage. It's an Indian summer, or they call it Indian summer or late summer. It's a yellow in color. We're going to transmute anxiety, stress, worry. Oh my God, what's going on? The pandemic. Creates more fear. It's the mind virus. It's the radio frequency. Do you tune into that mind virus frequency? Or you go solitude, because wherever your energy goes, your chi flows, you manifest. So if you're not in your own energy, it means your own soul, your own body here in your body, and your own soul tuned in to your intuition, your gut, then you're lost. So go into your own intuition and know what's true for you. What you're, if you leave, you're in somebody else's energy. And you're giving your energy away to somebody else. And then everybody's fucked up, everybody's lost. So we're going to remove that worry, anxiety into, what's the opposite of that? Anybody? What's that?
Trust.
Yes. Trust.
Safety, trust.
Yes.
Ease.
Knowing. Centered. Groundedness. Pachamama. Gaia's got your back. It always has since we've been alive. So we're going to come into our bodies, back in the body where it feels safe. So we have knowing. Okay? So the negative emotion is, again, worry, stress, anxiety, and then we're going to transform it to knowing, embodiment, presence, trust, openness too. Because you're not walking around, the fuck, the sky's falling, Chicken Little. It's like, I got this, because you're not outside of yourself. You're in yourself, getting the full transmission, right? That's why I love Qigong.
Me too.
So, I mean, anybody in their right mind would want more of that connection, right? And it's an ongoing, like brushing your teeth. It's a daily ritual. Okay, so the physical move looks like this. So we go on the left side of the rib cage, same thing as the liver. Put your fingers there, say hello to your little friend. And then rub and say hello. And the sound, the tone is a guttural hoo. I think it's spelt in a sense of W-H-O-O-O or W-H-O-A, like whoa, whoa. So the sound sounds like this, and the physical movement sounds like this. So I'll do it twice. I arch back, exhale, push in as hard as you can without hurting yourself. And then look down at a 45 so your neck is not crimped. And it's not loud, it's silent, because you don't want to do it in the throat. It's a little bit in the throat because you got to get the vibration, but the intention is in here. It's vibrating the spleen and the gut. Aggregating it, moving the stones, the pebbles, the rocks, the cement. Start breaking that hardness up. So then we have openness again, okay? And then after this, come around, inhaling fresh yellow prana, one on the belly, one on your left side of your rib cage, acknowledging left to right, smiling in, connecting with yourself, okay? So all these practices could be done sitting down, by the way. And actually, this particular one, I like sitting down more because when I'm sitting down, my forearms gives more leverage, more push, and I just surrender and push in. So I don't know how it is just squatting and do it. I guess you could. It's almost like purging, puking that shit out. You know, maybe try it that way if that works for you, but we'll do it standing up for the most part. Woo! You guys ready? Ready to purge that shit?
He is.
This is actually, this is like an ayahuasca journey, man. We're gonna purge. Okay, let's breathe in that fresh prana, chi, mana, life force, and get in there and dredge it up. Okay, guys, you ready? You ready on there? Okay, get positioned. Make sure every exercise you do on your own, we try to do it together, but you do it on your own. Get your breath out, empty, and then inhale, and then exhale, and then whoa. Okay, let's go for it. Inhale. Whoa. Woo! I'm dizzy on that one. Woo! I guess if you squat over enough, because I usually do it sitting down, you can still do it. Your forearms. Try that one out, man. I'm dizzy on that one. That was a deep release. Woo!
Can you show what you do after the release again?
So after you come from the release, your hands come down to the side, come around, gathering the chi, bringing it in, exhaling it, because you're inhaling fresh prana, chi, mana, life force in the palm, bringing it in, infusing it with the yellow, translucent, bright frequency, informing the new neural pathways in the gut. Openness, trust, availability, just walk it solid and grounded in the earth. You know this, you got this. It's nothing to figure out. It's a mindless thing, right? Okay, let's do it again. Get positioned. Oh yeah, inhaling, exhale. Woo! Wow. That's deep. I don't know about you guys on Facebook land, if you're getting this. Be nice to hear from you in quotes and the message at some point. Wow, deep. And this is the little rub. Let's smooth it out a little bit. Move the energy, the stomach, and the. Let's do one more. So, knowingly, unknowingly, in this lifetime, or whatever lifetimes you believe in, just throw it all in the mix. Anytime you've been ungrounded, not trusting, worry, anxiety, stress, and we're going to purge that out and let it transmute out, and then imbue it with that frequency, that beautiful bright yellow. Okay, guys, let's do it again. Get positioned, inhaling, exhale. Smiling into your stomach and your spleen and pancreas, they're all connected. Seeing the imbuing of this high vibrational yellow frequency. Giving thanks for all the functions that it does for you 24/7. And seeing them smiling back at you in gratitude, thanking you as well. And giving thanks, saying thank you, thank you, thank you. Rub it all out, ribs, left side, and the stomach. So that one made me sweat, actually. So I know there's deep stuff beyond my own mind that I have stored in that, and it continues. There's layers like the onion peel, you know. The more you can relax and trust and let go of all these exercises, the more of the onion peel, and it's enough, your body's intelligence will release. you know, on a moment-to-moment basis. So who knows what the next element is out from the earth? What? Got it. So we got metal. So the next question is, because you got metal, which organ is it? Anybody know which organ? Isla got it. The lungs.
Okay.
And the lungs store what? Anybody? Yes. Sadness, grief, loss. And it's just walking around with a shallow breath. Oh, shallow. I just want to die. I don't want to be here. I'm fucked. Oh, everything's fucked. So we're going to remove that negative emotion to courage, where your shoulders come back and your lungs are full of oxygen, because that's where the chi begins, is in the lungs. Without the lungs, the rest of the organs, the rest of your life doesn't work. Okay? So for you guys there, we're going to move this sadness, grief, and loss out of the lungs. And anybody know what color it is? I know you know. No.
No, I was going to say blue.
Anybody?
Silver. White.
White. You both got it. So the way you learn,
Get all that.
the way we learn is when we talk about it. So it embodies. So I want you guys to get this. And then after this, you don't have to do all these forms or remember them all. However, for your benefit, is when you're in an emotional state and you can remember one of the emotions, the organ related, do that one a minimum 9 times. We're only doing 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 sometimes, but 9 is a good purge on that one particular organ. Take you about 10 minutes. And if you do that, that'll alleviate that stress, that pressure on that emotion. Okay? Okay, so we're going to transform that negative emotion into the positive. Anybody know what the positive emotion is?
Life.
Hmm?
Life.
Yes. Life.
Happiness.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's in there, but the actual energy, the frequency we're looking for, the vibration is courage. And I've said this many times, I'll say it again, because you knew. You know when you have a memory of something, you forget all about it, and then something triggers that memory, you go back 10, 20, 30 years, and you're like, whoa, and then you have more of an understanding of that. When I was a kid, we all watched The Wizard of Oz, and there's the scene where the lion's freaking out, and he's building his self-confidence up, and he goes, and he says, I got courage. I'm not afraid. Remember that scene? It's classic, right, you guys? So you got courage, you're not afraid. That's what this energy is about. So the physical movement looks like this, and your fingers are close together. We're going to do a few of these. You're lifting and pushing up the sky. Your palms are flat. So if they're like this, it doesn't work as much, but if they're flat, you're putting more stress. And then eventually we do a little bit, a couple of breaths this way and a couple wider, so you get different parts of the intercostals, the part of the lungs, right? And the healing sound to vibrate that negative toxic emotion is, got it. So it's a hissing sound like a tire leaking. So it looks like this, inhaling, exhaling. Okay guys, you guys ready? Wow, that thorn's still stuck in my heel.
No, it's a dog fart.
No, it's from that thorn I stepped on earlier. Okay, let's move the sadness, grief, and loss out. Everybody up for that?
Yep. Yeah.
And bring in more courage that we got this, we can do this. You know, you can make it. Okay, guys, so air out. Inhaling. On the lungs, the left and right one, rocking back and forth, looking down, smiling in, giving thanks. Imbuing it with this white, translucent, bright frequency of courage. Courage. And again, to the side. And so we start it this way. So we go a little bit in the middle, and then we'll do one further out. Second one this way, this and this, and then we'll come back to close, okay? And remember, there's an extra air pocket. So as you feel like your breath's out because you're forcing it, just relax on the very end and don't push so hard. And allow it to come out how it comes out. It could come out like this. It's just a breathy. And that little pocket really pushes the last envelope of toxins. You'll see, you'll get dizzy on this one. Okay guys, ready? Air out. Inhaling up. Relax those shoulders. Just let go of some sadness there. And then rub those guys. Let's do one more, let it all out. Anybody kind of dizzy? Yeah. Yeah, it's a deep one. It's just deep grief for humanity, for the planet, for ourselves, for all the stuff that we endured as human beings. It's so deep. That's one we can work on.
I'm not really dizzy because I feel really grounded, but just a lot of like energy.
Yeah.
And like crap.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's part of it too, yeah. That's a good sign. If you're not feeling anything, I don't know. Okay guys, let's do another one. Really get in there and allow that pocket at the end. We're gonna go a little wider. And just keep going and just relax into the breath until there's like nothing left, and then come down, inhale, and bring it in, okay? Air out. Inhaling up. Smiling into your lungs with gratitude for all the functions that it does 24/7. Giving thanks to your lungs that breathes you, brings life into you, it's the gateway. Without the breath, it doesn't happen. That's the start. I mean, before we're born, we're scuba diving. We had that connection with the umbilical cord. And then we got to take that first breath to continue life. Seeing your lungs smiling back at you in gratitude, thanking you for supporting, helping as well. Having this newfound relationship. You go to your middle lobes too, on top of your rib cage, giving thanks. Your lower lobes a little lower down in the rib cage. Just giving thanks. All three areas, the upper, middle, lower lobe, and smooth it out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanking your lungs. Woo! Who didn't get high on that one? Or dizzy? Or spacey? No?
Imagine 9.
You get? Anybody get any visions?
No, but if I did 9, I would.
Yeah, you would. I think you almost like passed out last time, didn't you? You stumbled. Okay, guys, what's the next element? What are we doing next? Got it. That's the last one. It's a deep, dark blue energy. And so say hello to your little friends. It's already working. So the negative emotion, anybody? No, we did that on liver. Fear, yes, fear. And? Trauma. Shock. You get shocked and you're like, what the fuck, right? And then it just closes you down and it tightens up the kidneys and it doesn't feel safe. And then it affects your whole emotional body, your psyche, and your well-being, your health. And that becomes, your body never forgets. You're a little kid, you get bit by a dog. You're an older adult, you forget all about it. You see the same looking dog in your memory banks that you forgot, but you don't know why, and your body cringes. It's just an old memory that's stored. And we're going to help release that now. So any fear, anytime you had shock or trauma, we're going to let that go. We're going to transform it into gentleness, self-compassion. So it's about being gentle, having self-compassion. And the physical movement looks like this. This is another great one to sit on a chair. So your palms will go below your kneecap on your shins. You get prepared this way. You lift up, breathing in the air, and then you exhale, same degree as the spleen and pancreas and stomach, and you look down at a 45, and the healing sound is H-O-O-O-O. And it's a breathy, it's not a verbal. Okay, guys? So we're going to release and transform any shock, fear, trauma you ever had, known or unknown, in this lifetime. And then after you do this, you inhale, exhale, rock back and forth, looking in your left and right kidneys, sending it and imbuing it with this dark blue, translucent, bright energy frequency, tonifying and strengthening it with more gentleness, softness, and self-compassion. Okay, let's do it. Get prepared. Let your air out. Inhale, kind of arch back. Exhale, and you squeeze your palms towards your knees for the lower back pressure. Wow. Dark blue energy, imbuing, tonifying, strengthening, more and more gentleness each and every breath you take, more self-compassion. And keep rocking left to right. And then smooth it out. Helps open it up a little bit more. So the part I didn't say in the beginning, which I did as we went, the key thing is not resting your palms, it's pushing in. Pushing into your knees. So when you push in, you're putting the pressure on your lower back, which puts pressures on your kidneys to release. Okay? So let's do it again.
And the sound?
And the sound is H-O-O-O. Breathy who. It's not a verbal who, it's okay, you guys ready to release that shit? All right. Inhaling. Exhaling, push in. And smooth it out. Let's do one more. Get prepared, get in the position. We're going to let it all out, whatever's left. Inhaling, exhale. Let it all out. Ooh, ah. Sending it love, smiling down, thanking it for the 24/7 functions that it does for you, day in and day out, purifying, cleansing all the metabolic functions. And just smooth it out. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Keep in touch with those guys. So it's the community within, right? We all help each other. Okay, so that's the 5 elements in the 6 healing sounds. So the last one is not a particular organ or a season or element, but it's an overall final rinse or a clean or a smoothing or a grounding. It's a yin ending finish because we're yang moving stuff. And this works all the jiaos, which is an upper jiao, middle, and lower that connects to all the organs. So we're going to smooth it all out. So how it looks as we lift up, and then we come down as we bend our knees, and then you pause for a second or two because the energy is trailing behind to run out through the bottoms of your feet to be transmuted. So we lift up this cool blue yin energy, exhaling as you bend your knees, in through your crown, inside your body, through the organs, and around your body, cooling it down, pulling any other stuff that may be stuck or have stagnation, and just smoothing it and grounding and calming. Okay? So inhale up, exhale. Inhale up. So one other thing, the 6th sound that I didn't include, keep going, is H-E-E-E. So it's a breathy E. Smile like the cobra. Opens up the sutras in the cranial. Allows the heat to release easier. Okay? Inhaling up. Stand up straight as you inhale up. Exhale, bend the knees. Smile like the cobra. H-E-E-E. Heave it. Breathy. Pause at the bottom and begin. Pulling out all the heat, bringing it down to the feet, into the earth, out of every organ. And if your mind is wandering to thoughts, that means you're moving too fast. Slow down your movement. Time it with the breath, because wherever your attention goes, chi flows, your blood flows, you manifest. This is a moving meditation. This is how you show up in life. Are you scattered or are you present in body? It's another way of knowing where you stand in life. So let's do 3 more. I'll let you know the last one. Just keep going. Slow down the last few. And on your last one, you don't bend your knees. Ladies, left hand over right, so your right hand's on your lower heart where your belly is. Lower dantian. And then right hand over left. Close your eyes, go within, store the chi. Get connected, grounded, here and now. Smiling in. on your next inhale, exhale slowly up in the eyes. We're going to rotate this energy from right to left, this way, from the ascending to descending colon 9 times, and then push in if you can. So I take a deep breath, and then I exhale and I push in. I kind of bend my knees and bend over. If you want to get more internal of the organs, you don't have to do the surface as well. So inhale, exhale. 1, 9, and let's close down the chi field. Inhaling, arching back, looking up. Exhale, coming back. Inhale, up. By way, do 20 over the crown. Exhale in front of you. Slide your left to your right foot. Inhaling up. Namaste. Taking the bow for yourselves for showing up. Self-care, self-love. And to each and one of us. Thanks for coming. Namaste, guys, and namasgo. I hope you enjoyed that. Put some feedback there on the thread would be really beautiful. And your support is beautiful as well. So thanks everybody for showing up, coming, and we'll see you next week. Say goodbye, everybody.